Did you speak the language?
We didn't speak, well, we younger ones were discouraged from speaking it. The older ones just spoke. Oh, we heard it all the time. So, yes, it sort of, it's sitting there on top of the library shelf, so to speak. So you just know, I still understand it and speak a little bit of it. But we were discouraged from speaking it. But we weren't aware that we were a Maori community. We were just people, and there was the odd pakeha who lived around it was a sort of source of fascination for us. Why have they got this funny coloured skin and these blue eyes and very strange. I mean, but they were an unknown quantity. They created things like I remember my father telling us when the old Maori saw a man riding a bicycle, and they just stared at him and said, "My God, kapai pakeha, sit down and walk." And they just invent things, and then the lights and electricity arrived for us. We had the old engine thing, which we used to turn on every now and then for the lights, or if failing that, there were the lamps, what have you. Then real electricity arrived, and there was a thing called a fridge and an electric stove.
So the pakeha was good for something anyway.
Amazing what they suddenly turned out.
Yeah. The big influence then politically was Apirana Ngata, who was preaching assimilation, becoming involved and so on. Yeah. So I think that had an influence on your father and your education.
Especially so, yes, because all my older brothers were sent off to Te Aute College, and when my great-grandmother died, she was the big influence in the house as far as the Maori language is concerned. I know my older brothers had been spanked or smacked or strapped to something at school for speaking the language, so she'd march up to the school and tell the headmaster off. But when she went, my father said, no, we were going to do as Apirana said, you boys will now go to Gisborne Boys High School, which is the whole system based on the English sort of prep school system. Yeah. And so you will go and learn to be good pakeha.
Were they happy days at Gisborne Boys?
Well, yeah, it was a whole new world for me. Suddenly going off into